National management is more important than ever. A huge global economy continuously grow during business internation. Ally typically involves much more than important and exporting goods. Process are licensed and internationalization process, assembly and packaging joint ventures, and the foreign investments. There are three main guidelines for success international joint ventures. First, be patient while building trust a carefully selected partner. Second, learn much some information that last possible without giving away key secrets. Third, establish clear ground rules for rights and responsibilities. Global companies are present-day reality, whereas transitional companies are futuristic vision. A global company does business stimulate in many countries, but pursue global strategies administered from strong home country headquarters, and contrast transitional company is invention as a decentralized global network of productive units with distinct national identity. There is growing concern about the economic, political power and state and experiences acquired the eclipse power in the host nation.
Cultural intelligence (CQ) is defined as the ability of an outsider to read individual behavior, group dynamics, and situations in the foreign culture as well as the locals too. Those with high CQ are cultural chameleons who blend in with the local cultural situation. Global managers with high cultural intelligence possess these 9 cross-cultural competencies. Number 1. Building relationships. Number 2. Valuing people of different cultures. Number 3. Listening and observations. Number 4. Coping with ambiguity. Number 5. Translating complex information. Number 6. Taking action and initiative. Number 7. Managing others. Number 8. Adaptability and flexibility. And number 9. Managing stress. According to Howard Perlmutter, management tends to exhibit one of three general attitudes about international operations: an ethnocentric attitude, home country oriented; a polycentric attitude, host country oriented; or a geocentric attitude, world oriented. Perlmutter claims that a geocentric attitude will lead to better product quality, improved use of resources, better local management, and more profit than the other attitudes.
In high-contact cultures such as Japan, communication is based more on nonverbal and situation message than it is low-context cultures such as the United States. The 9 cultures dimensions identified by the global project are power distance, uncertainty, avoidance, institutional collectivism, and group collectivism, assertiveness, gender equality, future orientation, performance orientation, and human orientation.
Comparative management is a few field of study concerned with how organizational behavior and management practices differ across cultures, and unique study by Great Hostage of 100,616 IBM employees in 40 nations classified each country by its prevailing attitude and toward for cultural variables. In a view of significant international differences in this cultural dimension of, of its suggests that American management theory and practice be adapted to local cultures rather than imposed on them. According to a study of nearly 6,000 companies in 17 nations, countries have their own characteristic style of using standard management practices. Initiative or relatively more important in the United States and Canada, while target and goal setting get em- emphasis in Germany and Japan. A Swedish manager place emphasis of monitoring. Thus, international manager needs to tailor their styles to local culture. The study of the organizational behavior includes area of search dedicated to improving job performance, increasing a job satisfaction, promoting innovation, and encouraging leadership in a foundation of comparate human resources.
Across 62 societies in the Globe study, the charismatic, value-based, goal-directed, visionary, and team-oriented, competent team builders. The leadership style involving others in making and implementing decisions had mixed applicability across cultures as did the human-oriented.
Global organization for a global economy. Many labels had been attached to international business ventures over the years. They had been called international companies, multinational companies, global companies, and transnational companies. This section clarifies the confusion about terminology by reviewing the six-stage internationalization process as a foundation for contrasting global and transnational companies. So the global economy is the economy of all humans of the world, referring to the global economic system which includes all economic activities, which are conducted both within and between nations, including productions, consumption, economic management, work in general exchange for financial values, and trade of goods and services.
The cultural imperative. Culture has a powerful impact of people's behavior. For example, consider the routine act of negotiating a business contract. Americans view a signed contract as binding. However, the Japanese consider renegotiation an option. How, whenever a shift in a company's circumstances, of course, such as an offer seen change of governmental tax policy. And the Chinese view a signed contract as only the start of negotiations. Cultural business negotiators who ignore or defy cultural traditions do at do so at their own risk. The means the risk of the not making the sales of losing a contract or failing a negotiating affordable deal.